Hi, I'm Keith Fennish. I've got an interesting scene of a Welsh gorge to paint for you, and I've used the tracing and the instructions out of my book Rivers and Streams to transfer the drawing onto the paper. The other thing I've done is I've used some masking fluid to put in the fast flowing river to preserve the white of the paper. And the first thing we've got to do is to put in the sky, and we're going to do what's called a wet in wet sky. So I'm using the sky and texture brush, and I'm going to wet it with a very pale yellow, just a bit of cadmium yellow, barely seen, just to wet the paper. The only thing I have to do now is add some depth to those trees. We'll do that by using one of the shadow colours. Remember what I said, 20% of any colour on your palette with 80% Payne's grey will give you a shadow colour. Never use black for shadows. So I'm just adding some depth here by wiggling some colour on there, look. We'll wiggle a bit in there like that. Just put it on. Let's have a recap on what we did. We put the sky in first. Sky was painted wet in wet. We put a little bit of light to take your eye through the gorge into the distance, and then we put the blue in. And don't forget, you must put the blue in before the underpainting is more than 1/3 dry. We then used a brush and we painted the background trees dark rather than light. And then what we did was we put a little bit of acrylic white mixed with the traditional watercolour to get the highlights on the foliage. The rocks were painted by simply putting in a variety of colours, and with the wonder knife, when it was about 1/3 dry, we just moved the paint around just like you put your bed on a morning. The rocks, we painted those again, raw sienna under base, burnt sienna over the top, then a mixture of purple, Payne's grey and red again. And then I put some highlights on, having pushed the paint around with a wonder knife, with a little bit of acrylic white and a bit of raw sienna. Water was done quite simply by removing the masking fluid to get the effect of the white water running down the gorge. Don't forget, painting is not a gift. It's not inspiration, it's perspiration, lots of practice. Whatever you do in life, you've got to work at it. Winners never quit and quitters never win. You can do it if you really want to. Happy painting.